Chicago PD's Hank Voight has many philosophies he imposes on his detectives and officers, but the sergeant's most important rule, which Season 12 references in Episode 13, is one he doesn't follow himself. The NBC police procedural series revolves around Voight's team, the Intelligence Unit, at the 21st District in the Chicago Police Department. Since Chicago PD's first season, Voight hasn't exactly followed the law. He has gotten better over the years. However, it's clear to everyone in intelligence that, under Voight's authority, they can occasionally bend and break the rules while on the job. Voight's principles have often gotten him and the Intelligence Unit into trouble in the show. Nevertheless, they have managed to stay together, for the most part, for 12 seasons, also thanks to Voight's leadership skills. Still, Voight has proven to be a bit of a hypocrite. For example, Voight mentions his best principle in Chicago PD Season 12, Episode 13, but it's a sentiment that he doesn't abide by. Voight reminds Kevin of his #1 intelligence approach in Chicago PD Season 12, Episode 13. He always wants Kevin to tell him the truth. In Chicago PD Season 12, Episode 13, Street Jesus, Kevin Atwater is working on a fundraiser for a community center project, where he later finds the dead body of a young man. As a result, the case is personal for him. Atwater even lies to Voight throughout the hour to protect one of his friends from being implicated in the murder. But when Voight learns the truth, he has a talk with Atwater and references one of his lines from the show's pilot. Jason B's Chicago PD Season 12 character tells Atwater Voight is disappointed in Atwater for lying to him. However, given their history and Voight's awareness of Atwater's character, this reminder is enough for the two to solve the issue in Chicago PD Season 12, Episode 13. Voight insists that his officers leave the tough decisions to him. He wants to unburden their problems and take them on himself, which is why the Chicago PD episode makes a call back to Voight's famous quote pilot. Voight doesn't follow his own principle, but for a reason. Voight is the leader. While it's exciting to hear Voight repeat one of his most important Chicago PD quotes in Season 12, it's also a harsh reminder that his philosophy about his team lying is one that he doesn't adhere to, but expects everyone else to. Jay Halstead even calls Voight out for his hypocrisy in Season 9. The former intelligence member instructs his boss to always tell him the truth so that he can protect Voight from himself. He throws Voight's rule right back at him, and subsequently Halstead leaves Chicago PD. However, there is a good reason, at least, in Voight's head, why he doesn't follow his own leading principle. He has grown accustomed to, and prefers, working on his own. Voight is the leader of the intelligence unit, so, it makes sense why he feels this way. He strongly believes it's his duty to protect his officers and detectives and that they shouldn't feel the need to do the same for him. Consequently, Voight relentlessly refuses to abide by his "tell me the truth so I can lie for you" ideology in the NBC police procedural TV show Chicago PD. Voight needs to change this approach for a better intelligence unit. Being closed off isn't helping anybody. Even though Voight being closed off makes sense in his own world, the only thing it's doing is hurting himself and the people around him in the one Chicago universe. If Voight expects the other characters to be vulnerable with him and can't do the same for them, they can never be a strong team. Mutual respect is quite important in these situations. One of the ways to gain and solidify that respect is for Voight to be open with the rest of the intelligence unit. Once he can do so, the Chicago PD squad can solidify their connection as a team, making it unbreakable.